I'm trying to get to work. Yeah, I know we're trying to get to work. If we get to work now, it's better because I want to watch this video now. If we can't get to work, then I'm gonna have to use something else to make it work. Then that's it. But yeah, I like to see it if I can get to work. If we can't get to work, then I'm gonna have to. Okay, there we go. I can watch it. There's probably a cat in the way. Just watch this video real quick. Then I'll put some videos to YouTube. Aww.
Perhaps the greatest mystery in the show is what exactly happened to Blitz's family. And with the upcoming episode of Hell of a Boss working on Blitz's sister, I think now is the perfect time to talk about my theory about how Blitz may have destroyed his family by accidentally killing his mom. My name is Deepcut, and hit that subscribe.
Blitz killed his mother. We always thought two things. We always thought two things happened: divorce or mom got real sick. We always thought. I mean, me and the buddies always thought she always got. We always thought she got divorced, Crimson, or she divorced her husband, or she got real sick, like cancer or something. Because we never seen her in the episode, and that's a question. What would her? Now that's like a question we're just wondering. We're trying to figure out. I mean, I'm gonna wait until it comes out because I want to see what they sound like because. Barbie Wire has always been confusing because we never hear. We always see a few comics with her tangled up her horns with Blitzo's horns, but that's about it. Her dad's an it. Her dad's an ass.
It's clear that family is an even bigger part of the story of Hell of a Boss than we might have previously thought. And it was already looking pretty important to the narrative, what was Stolas' family basically being his prison. With Blitz, however, we've only been given one tiny piece of his puzzle here and there. He masquerades as a man who is open about himself, open about everything, but very clearly he tries to hide certain parts of himself and his past. His attempts to look like an open book.
Like me, I might change my past too. I love my past too.
Blitz is also extremely fixated on creating a sort of found family, his own tribe, with Luna being his adopted daughter, and Moxie and Millie also acting as his kids in his mind. We recently learned that Blitz met Moxie while they were sharing a jail cell, during which Blitz mentions he left Luna with a babysitter, so he had to bust out. This means he ended up getting Luna before he met Moxie, and not too long after he left his family business, with Luna being a first attempt at recreating his childhood life. As a kid, Blitz worked in his family circus, presumably alongside his sister, Barbie Wire, and his best friend, Fizzaroli, with the entire operation being run by Blitz's father, Buckstone. Now, in this arrangement, Blitz was the lowest rung on the ladder, the very bottom of the totem pole. His sister, Barbie Wire, was implied to go on to be extremely famous before eventually having a fall and going into rehab, however. On their circus poster, Barbie Wire looks much more confident than Blitz, who despite being an adult seems even more awkward than he did as a child, where he would get shown up by Fizzaroli regularly. Fizzaroli wasn't even Buckso's son, but was still more valuable to Buckso than Blitz, who wasn't just rented out for the day to Stolas and Paimon, but was pushed to steal from Paimon, putting Blitz's life in danger. Whatever happened with his family and their falling out, Blitz seemed determined as an adult to recreate that setup, but this time putting himself at the very top of the pyramid as the head of the family and the head of the business. Where his dad Buckso owned a family circus, Blitz would start his IMP business doing something he's good at, which is killing people, and open it up to employing his adoptive daughter and two employees he projects a sense of family onto, creating an inversion of his life as a child in the family circus. While Blitz clearly felt for Luna when he met her, he went in with the intention of having a sort of instant family, not the more noble reasons we hope for someone planning to adopt, but it has been a way for both of them to grow as people overall. Now, back in the pilot, Blitz and Barbie Wire were seen in a poster with a third imp, who we now know as Blitz and Barbie's mom. In the pilot, Tila was presented as one of the Imp's siblings, but when production began on the actual show, she was reimagined as Blitz and Barbie Wire's mother, as seen in the photos of them as children with her. When Blitz sees this photo, he immediately cries, indicating he at the very least had a huge falling out with them. We know her to be alive in the time of his flashbacks with Stolas as a child, because Blitz's father, Buckso, holds Blitz's relationship with his mother over his head to get him to steal things from Paimon. I had long presumed that she would die at some later point, but as evidence began to pile up that Blitz was responsible for some horrible tragedy, I began to theorize that it was what led to the death of his mother. While we haven't seen Barbie Wire in the show officially, she appears in the animatic trailer as part of a series of clips that I assume are from the very next episode, with the one afterward likely returning to Fizzaroli and Asmodeus with the clips we see of them as well. In Barbie Wire's clips, she says that Blitz has ruined her life enough, indicating he's responsible for her fall from fame and into rehab, perhaps even being what caused her to get an addiction in the first place. Fizzaroli himself seems to be the greatest evidence that something went horribly wrong. As an adult, he has mysterious robotic enhancements, which helped inspire a line of robot love dolls modeled after him, with one even being purchased to perform at Lululand the way the real Fizzaroli performed at Blitz's family circus before working for Osmodius. While playing with Blitz as children, Blitz jokes about a horrible accident befalling their toy horses, blood everywhere, with Fizzaroli finding it gross despite being an imp, who are typically interested in violence and death. This seemed to be foreshadowing some big event that led to Fizzaroli losing his limbs, perhaps even damaging his horns too, explaining why his hat is so floppy despite having seemingly massive horns under it that should be keeping his gesture points rigid. Some fans even theorize that Fizzaroli's face is white not because of clown paint, but because his entire face is one big white scar, as seems to happen to imps when they get physical damage. Blitz himself has a huge white scar on his face that he also had while working for Veroska, but didn't seem to have while working at his family circus, as seen in his childhood flashbacks and even his poster with Barbie Wire as an adult. Something I also believe he received during his Great Circus tragedy. The greatest foreshadowing of this is in episode 2 of season 1, where Blitz accidentally lights all of Lululand on fire while trying to destroy RoboFizz. This led to RoboFizz's face burning in a pattern very similar to Blitz's scar. A lot of fans say that the imps are immune to fire, as seen in episode 1, but that was Earth fire, and I imagine that there is some sort of hellfire that could burn the imps. Elsewise, there wouldn't be much of a sense of danger when performing with fire. As time goes on and we
Hellfire burns hotter.
To the puzzle, I imagine we'll see that Blitz was basically the least liked person in his family, perhaps cared for by only his mother, with Fizzaroli and Barbie Wire becoming increasingly famous in the family circus and Blitz always holding them back. Finally, whether by sheer accident or out of an arrogant attempt to one-up someone, Blitz would accidentally set the family circus on fire. This would lead to a catastrophic accident where Fizzaroli was so damaged that the only way for him to get around would be with his robotic enhancements. Despite the tragedy of the circus burning down, I believe Osmodius will have swept in at this point to offer Fizzaroli not just the enhancements, but also a job and eventually a place in Osmodius' life as his secret snuggler. Barbie Wire seemed pretty famous, but not nearly as famous as Fizzaroli, and after maybe a few more small successes following the burn of the circus, I imagine she would succumb to her drinking or other addiction and end up in rehab. This would lead to her eventually going out and doing a mission up on Earth for who knows what demonic figure, just trying to get by now that her life was ruined by Blitz, destroying the stage she made herself famous on, and perhaps, of course, even killing her mother. Tilla, I imagine, will have died in the fire, ruining not just the family business, but the family itself. If Buxo did survive, he likely would use this as a chance to disavow Blitz and never see him again, but he may have even died with Tilla in the fire, making Barbie Wire doubly an orphan. Blitz would be left with no one, as even with Barbie Wire alive, she wouldn't want anything to do with him. Blitz would then go on to make his fake family by hiring Moxie and Millie and adopting Luna. And for a while, Barbie Wire may even have found some happiness, if not just some stability in her own line of work. The IMP gang unfortunately gets mixed up in her business in the next episode, however, and we can see her and Moxie getting into something of a battle. The show has been about constantly introducing characters who have a vendetta against IMP, slowly building up a world where everyone is out to get them, with a recent episode showing Crimson throwing a knife at a picture of Moxie, indicating he wants Moxie dead. I imagine Barbie Wire might decide she wants revenge too. Right now, she seems happy to just live the best life she can and wants Blitz to leave her alone. But if the IMP gang absolutely ruins her mission in the next episode, her last chance at success in hell, she may turn around and start a mission to kill Blitz, Moxie, and anyone who gets in her way. Perhaps she will even begin to align herself with the other antagonists who want IMP dead. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time.
I need to comment on that video right now and stream.
To an American city of their choice.